What are you doing, Aladino?
Freaking out in a relaxed manner. This is the last episode from this boat shed. In just a few days, a truck is coming to pick the boat up and haul it across to Canada. I have a lot to do before the truck arrives. Like many of you know by now, my visa in the USA is about to expire, so we are moving the boat to Canada so we can continue working on it there. The past few weeks have been really hectic as we prepare things for the move. There's so much I want to accomplish before actually moving the boat out of here. I want to install drains, drill holes in the scuppers, paint the cabin top and the cabin sides, and pack up the whole workshop. This really is the final push. Let's get to it. And there is different kinds of hardware, but I chose these brass drain tubes because they are the only solution with a very minimal flange. I don't know what to call it. I want it to be almost flush with the bottom of the gutter. Nothing is going below the waterline, of course. Everything drains into the cockpit, except the lockers back here. So we'll have one back here that goes out in the transom. A big goal is to paint the cabin top and sides before moving out of here, and that is mostly to have the boat as waterproof as possible. And that is a bit of an insane goal at this point because the better you want the outcome to hopefully be, the more sanding is involved to get it as fair and as perfect as possible, which is really the limiting factor here, not having that much time. I am hand sanding with my awesome little block. It's really remarkable. I mean, check this out. I chose this because it has a connection to the vacuum, and as you all know, I like our vacuum Escobar to do his job and not make it all too dusty in here. And this is a really good way of getting a flat surface. But check this out. That's how good the suction is. So yeah, it creates a really nice vacuum which helps you hold it on there, but still it is a struggle. Oof, yeah, no, I definitely recommend splitting this up. But yeah, my goal is to finish with the cabin sides. They won't be perfect, of course, that's obvious, but I think for having crushed this in a couple of days, yeah, hopefully I'll be happy.
Holy Aladino! It looks fantastic!
First coat of many.
Wow.
But indeed, I am happy. It turned out great.
It really did. You should be so proud. You did this so quickly.
I did. I'm so good. Yeah, it takes a long time, and it's all prep. The painting is real easy when you use a quality product. Today I want to prep the cabin top, and then later today I will add a coat to everything, hopefully. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Super exciting.
I can't believe that you've done all this.
Yeah, the fairing in one day was hard, but I just gotta push now because, yeah, 1 week. It's exciting that I'm painting, but I gotta add at least 4 coats, and then we still gotta install some hardware, so we still got lots to do.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
We could be lost at sea, you and I, but we wouldn't care just as long as there's you and I. And if we ever part and I make it back to shore, I'll swim back way out to be lost with you once more. Once you know what you got, you feel the loss deeply. Once you know what you got, you feel the loss deeply. I just can't do another day without you. I lose my way. White flag 'cause I'm a man down, hopeless if you're not around.
Hi, Aladino. How's it going?
Good.
How's the paint looking this morning?
Satin? I did a mistake. I opened the wrong can. But yeah, now we get the comparison. I was wondering, we had not decided what we want as the final coating yet, if we want it to be satin or glossy. It's just a bummer that now the intention is to add up glossy layers for UV protection, and at the very end you can still cap it off with satin if you want. Anyway, I'm 2 layers in, no big deal. I'm still gonna go 2 more at least anyway.
Well, it is kind of interesting to see the satin finish. I do think on the exterior that I actually prefer the glossy.
Me too.
So the top here only has 1 coat, so it's still shining through quite a bit. And also this is all going to be non-skid, so it's going to look really different.
That's just protection for the time being.
Yeah. And what do you think of the piece on the table there, Deanie?
This one?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Looks nice, hey?
Yeah, so nice.
So that is the piece that is sort of the cabinet, the above the settee cabinets.
Yeah, the bookshelf framing.
Yeah. And the other one, I'm going to finish off the other one today as well.
Nice.
This is the countertop that goes over the engine room, and it's got 1 coat of epoxy on it, so I gotta sand that down.
Some engine room insulation is in place. So what's going on here? I was just about to start sanding the lid of our fridge. There's 2 inches of foam insulation underneath the glass here. Now I just want to prep it so that when I have paint mixed, I can also put some paint on the interior of this. I want to thank Ted for sending us this beautiful piece of ABI hardware. So this is for a flue. For a stove, Isn't that what they're called?
Chimney pipe.
Yeah, for a chimney pipe. So thank you, Ted. This is really nice of you to think of us.
Yeah, that's really nice. Thank you.
Yeah, I just love hardware like this. I've got some hinges here as I am preparing the hatches in the cockpit lockers. I ordered some hose. I'm still waiting on hose clamps, but this is the pipe to drain the gutters.
That's
Maya's varnishing the wall.
Ta-da!
The head wall is turning out beautifully, like everything you varnished.
Thank you.
And the other things are happening up there.
Okay.
I just added a round of fairing to the cockpit. I did quite a bit of work today on this hatch here, actually fitting it, putting a hinge on, putting a gasket on, a little spring to hold it open. Actually, if you look inside of the locker, the floor might also be new. I don't know if we've showed that much. So this is where the compressor will be housed. I've done a bit of work to this compartment because we already ordered 2 propane bottles. I've glued on 2 little teak pads, and so now the tanks can actually be strapped in place. And these are the brass tubes that I talked about. These are all glued in now. Look at this nifty thing. Bing. There has been a huge transformation in the engine room. Check it out.
Look at all of that spiffy insulation.
Also on the ceiling.
That's beautifully done, Aladino.
Look how it muffles the sound. Works. How is it, boat diesel?
Oh my goodness. Okay, very good.
See how quiet?
I was doing a bunch of last minute finishes on the interior, which it needs to be done now because once we pack the whole workshop into this boat, it's going to be a lot harder to move around. And we also haven't completely figured out our storage situation yet up in Canada. The place where my parents live, their property is not big enough for a boat like this, and we don't know anyone with a property big enough. So the boat is not going to be anywhere near my parents. So we need to figure out, storage and living on our own, which we are getting to. And we've got options. Don't worry, we've got options, but we haven't figured out exactly what the final result is going to be yet. So yeah, the boat is going to be packed full of stuff pretty soon, and that's going to make working later on a little harder. Good morning! How's the paint?
I haven't inspected. Pretty
Okay.
good, I think, though.
Shall we inspect?
Sure. Last night I did a final coat, so now there is 4 on there.
Well, and let's give some context. Today is Friday.
Yeah, today's Friday.
The boat move is on Monday.
And the boat, exactly. And we still need to install hardware.
It looks spectacular. It looks remarkable.
Given the circumstances, I'm super happy.
It's
not
beautiful.
to have gotten a single drip and have layered on 4 coats without any sanding in between. Yeah.
It's really, really beautiful, Aladino.
Thank you.
And you know what?
What?
I'm completely unsurprised. I knew it would be. Well, I mean,
you don't get used to it.
You always doubt yourself, and I've never seen you fail.
I don't doubt myself. This is not perfect in my mind, but given the circumstance, I'm super happy.
Good.
I can't believe I actually managed to finish painting. I'm really happy with the results. And of course, I cannot be as picky as I usually am if I don't have such a strict timeline. Now, there is a bit of orange peel. Ideally, I would have sanded it all with 400 grit again before the very final coat for the very perfect result. But yeah, no, all in all, I prioritized putting on as many coats as possible, and I'm very happy. So I've been working on installing the rods. That's what I wanted to show you.
I noticed this. This is really cool. I haven't really seen these in place before.
I've made them. I took some PVC pipe and I glued PVC pipe. Well, first I cut a 45-degree angle into the pipe so that it slopes like this. And then I glued some mosquito net onto it. And on the bottom I installed a 4-inch little hatch cover. So from the inside we can shut it off.
Nice.
So we can either have water and airflow or we cannot.
Hopefully not water flow.
Yeah, no, but I mean, yeah, if one day this boat does the GGR and rolls over, then you can shut it off.
I will not be doing the GGR.
That's not what I'm suggesting. I'm saying that it is an amazing feature to be able to close it if needed. I've been waiting for Total Fair! This is my new best friend.
Good morning. Saturday morning. So yeah, 2 more full days until the truck arrives and takes our boat out of here. Aladino is attaching hatches and hardware and everything to the boat. We're trying to just install as much stuff as possible. The things that I'm varnishing today can get installed tomorrow. All right, we have some help for the final push. Help.
Yes,
My wonderful dad.
I'm showing up again. Right, yeah.
You should have these putter pins.
Yeah.
These had putter pins.
So the portholes have to be gasketed?
Yeah,
Okay.
and maybe for now we just place it in and just let the pressure seal them, or would you glue them in? The best fit.
Okay. Yeah.
So they all need new gaskets, which we will work on, and one of them had a cracked glass, so I went ahead and I had ordered some a while back, but unfortunately it ended up not fitting very well. So Brian worked on making that glass fit as best as he could with what he was given, and I worked on installing the mast collar. The portholes are kind of like the boat's eyes, and they look really good.
What are you doing?
Porthole installation of the 11th hour, in the 11th hour.
Oh boy.
Not as nice as we promised. Well, we shined one up a long time ago, and we said, this is what they're gonna look like.
They will one day. Now's not the
They
time.
will one day.
Yes.
So this is the inside portion now installed, and then on the outside there is a bronze frame, which is going to go on later though, because first now, after putting them in with screws, I'm going to fill the gap with some sealant and eventually put those frames on, because they make it look a lot better. But as you may all know, I don't like putting screws into our fresh new fiberglass, so I will come up with something. Maybe they'll just be glued on, but that's for later.
There's no way I could capture everything that was happening in the moment. Aladino jumped from task to task at the speed of light. Dark fell, but the work showed no signs of slowing down. Pieces of the interior got installed, and things on the exterior got sealed up. The boat was transforming so quickly that, from moment to moment, I barely recognized it. Hey, Dad. It's really, really nice having you here.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
I'm glad I could make it. The final days, the final push before the big move.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, it's midnight, so we should go to bed.
Really?
Almost.
Wow, it's
Oh.
starting to be my time of day. you folks go to bed.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna make a cup of tea in the morning, and
Oh, you'll be out
I'll
early.
see you bright and early.
We'll see about that.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for your help.
You're welcome. Yes, my pleasure.
Brian just assembled the seacocks.
Ah, yes, that's how they're gonna go in.
So now they're assembled, and tomorrow we put them in place.
Nice. Good morning.
Nah,
What time did you go to bed, Aladino?
not earlier than when I go clubbing.
When was the last time you went clubbing, Dina?
Yeah,
a while
exactly.
Before I met Maya. About the time when the party starts.
Oh boy. So there's quite a lot to do today, a lot to pack into the boat, hey?
Definitely. That's for later today though, we still got work to do.
Oh boy. So installing through hulls. You've sealed all the portholes last night except for 2, right?
4 if you count the round ones.
Okay.
I gotta do 4 more.
Okay. And then what else?
Maybe install the compass. That's one more hole that we have in the cabin sides. Connect the hose to the cockpit scuppers, and then put in a lot of hose in the cockpit lockers. Install the 2 lids of the lazarette. Gasket it. Put latches on. Install the framing for the companionway. Or make and install, but it's already undergoing. And
The turtle hatch.
oh,
You
Bolt-
told me
bolt-
to remind you about the turtle hatch.
bolt down the turtle hatch. Build a new coaming.
No,
mast
we're
up.
not doing. No.
Cut down the bulwarks, fiberglass over them.
Good, 'cause it will-
Install the tow rail. Put
there
on the
was-
rub rail.
It's gonna be a crazy day.
So I'm working on a bit of a frame for the companionway because otherwise we cannot shut it.
This is the last day. Tomorrow, the truck shows up. I don't know if anyone's gonna be sleeping tonight. So the guys still had a lot of actual boat work to do, which was a little stressful because we also had to pack up the entire workshop. So I decided I would make that my job. And I just went running around trying to fit everything into all the little corners of the boat. I was really impressed with how much storage we have on the boat. I mean, of course, I know I've built it, but it was cool to actually see how much just disappears into all these little nooks and crannies, and the boat didn't even look that full, even though I was, completely emptying the workshop into it.
I am so thankful that Brian took on the job of installing the latches into the hatches. That is quite a fiddly job. That to really optimize fit, you need to put on a trim ring to have the latch exactly where you need it. So yeah, it required some work. The day melted away. We didn't film a lot, but we got a lot done.
So you're putting the final touches on these hatches, putting the latches on so that they can be closed.
Those really nice latches, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Aladino got these latches at the Hallberg Grassy Yard in Sweden, and they're normally like $100 pieces of hardware, and they were on sale for $10 because it was like the boat show and they were getting rid of them or something. So that's pretty good. All right, Dini, it's 10 o'clock.
Yes.
How are things going?
Oh, I'm really tired, but they're going good. Yeah.
I am being a professional squirrel, just moving things around all day.
You sure are. Brand's lasting. Beautiful mast color seal. Holy heck.
Did you torque that down real good, Dad?
Yes. Indeed.
Nice.
Yes. So, and we got a little bit of goop in there, so nice and watertight as well.
So
Perfect.
that is better than the Titan sub.
Oh my god. All right, Dad, go have a shower and then go get some sleep. Thank you so much. I love you, Dad.
Okay, I love you guys too. Until tomorrow. Tomorrow's the big move day.
Yeah.
The big day.
Okay. See you guys.
Sleep well.
Good night. Right. Absolute madness. It is 5 in the morning and I am still out here. I'm whispering because Brian is sleeping in the Volkswagen van. I hope he was able to sleep. I'm being quiet. I'm trying to be quiet. I've installed the wall in the head. I've put everything inside the boat that we had in here. It's crazy. There's so much storage and it's still looking okay. Soon, this morning, as soon as everybody wakes up, I'm gonna drill some holes through the scuppers to lash down the boom, lash down the pulpit, get the transom, the push pit that is hanging on the wall, right there. Get that off and hang it over the transom. Oh yeah, and the last thing is the cockpit combing, which is hanging here on the wall. I was thinking of cutting it down and fitting it in the boat, but it's gonna get too messy, so maybe maybe we'll put it in the Volkswagen and then deal with it later. Well, then together we can carry those batteries away.
Okay.
Move the box out of the way, get the stove out of the way.
Yeah. I slept for 4 hours and Aladino did not sleep at all. So we're running on fumes, Aladino especially. And yeah, the boat is pretty close to being ready for transport now, I would say. There's a few more things to button up, but we're pretty close. I'm not sure what time the truck is arriving. It's about 7:30 now, so we'll see. All right, we'll just keep going till it gets here. This is the end of a really big chapter. This shed and the people here have been just beyond good to us. It's really sad to say goodbye. Any moment now, the truck will arrive and an entirely new chapter will begin.
Not having slept, I think I feel a little bit delirious now, just being powered by energy drinks and coffee. But yeah, all in all, pretty happy. I think we ticked as much as possible off the list, and I feel pretty prepared, actually. We've all done an amazing job. Maya packed the boat, which ended up being so much work that I was not planning. Of course, I knew it has to happen, but she did that fabulously. It was absolutely amazing to have Brian here. I don't think we would have managed without his help, for sure. Actually, we wouldn't have. And yeah, I managed to tick my things off the list. So all in all, I think we did good.
Now I'm sorry to leave you on somewhat of a cliffhanger, but next week you will see the process of moving the boat and the whole move up to Canada, how that went. Yeah, it's the first time that we, as well as you guys, have actually seen the boat outside of the shed. We had never seen it in different light before. Soon. Soon the relaxation is coming. Actually, is it? I don't know. Anyhow, I'm really proud of us. I'm really proud of how far we've come. Next week will be sort of the culmination of all of this. Huge thank you for being here. It's been really exciting to share this process with you. And in fact, being able to share the process with you has really enriched the experience for us. I think it's really given a lot more meaning to the project, and at least speaking from my own experience, and I'm sure Dini would have a different experience with this, but you guys know the project has been hard for me. It has not always been filled with joy and happiness, but I think the one thing that kept me going above all, really, and I truly mean this, is the fact that I was sharing the story, and that gave me purpose. That really, really gave me purpose. So thank you for allowing me that purpose. An extra big thank you to our patrons. Without you guys, we really wouldn't be able to do this. Your support means the absolute world, and we're really honored to be able to share the short real-time updates with you every week on Patreon as well. I think that also brings a lot of excitement to the project because we can sort of have that real-time element, whereas the YouTube videos are much more edited and thought about and planned and everything, so they're not in real time. An extra big thank you to the folks whose names are now appearing on screen for really going the extra mile to make sure that Magic Carpet keeps being produced every week, and we'll see you next Friday as we move the boat. Bye everyone.